Hi guys, so iPhone 12s, iPhone 13. Let's talk about that. So what we're going to be covering in this video is the iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro. Apple also announced the iPhone 13 mini, but we'll save that for another video. So going over what's new, iPhone 13 finally has an OLED display, which Android phones have had for a long time now, but it's great to see Apple finally add that, and especially to the base model, which is what most people end up getting anyways. But what I'm really excited about is the iPhone 13 Pro's 120Hz ProMotion display. Now, as you guys know, this has already been a part of the iPad Pro for a long time now, and Apple has kind of quietly ported it over to the new iPhone, which is great. What I really like about it is the fact that this is a variable refresh display. As you guys can see, the display will actually vary from 10 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz depending on how you're interacting with the screen. Now, Apple says they're going to use machine learning or some other algorithm to judge what kind of refresh rate is most appropriate for the moment, and we've yet to see how well this will work, but this is exciting news after all. One of the things that was rumored was a always-on display. Unfortunately, that is not what we saw. Maybe it'll be coming in future iPhones, but we won't be getting it this year around. Now, while we are on the topic of rumors, there's also no USB-C port, which was a slight letdown for myself because I was really excited about the new ProRes video format, and as you guys know, that will capture in huge file sizes, and so transferring that over using Lightning can be a bit of pain, and USB-C could have solved that issue. So this was mostly an incremental upgrade, and frankly that's why I think this is really a 12S disguised as a iPhone 13. Some of the things that Apple is still catching up on is the display technology. They made their notch a little bit smaller, about 20% smaller, but it's nothing compared to the full edge-to-edge displays in some of the other competitors. Now, the biggest leap actually came in the cameras, and that's what I want to go over next. Apple has changed out the previous portrait lens for a new 3x zoom lens. This will get you a little bit closer to your subject, potentially more bokeh in the background, so that will be really interesting to see how that plays out. Another feature that they're really talking about is the new cinematic mode. Now, Apple is claiming that they're using AI to power this, and what they're really trying to achieve is that cinematic look and feel of pro photographers, where the subject in the foreground and the background will automatically gain or lose focus depending on what might work best for that shot. You can see here in some of these shots that although it does look to be working very well, it's yet to be tested in the real world. Some other mentions include having a 1TB option in the iPhone Pro model. There is a new Sierra blue color that will differentiate the new models. The iPhone is also capable of shooting macro photography now with the upgrades that Apple has made in the camera system. This only applies to the Pro model, of course. Some of the other updates I want to cover are the faster processor, the longer battery life. Apple's latest new CPU, the A15, is in all of the iPhones, and it includes 2 high-performance cores and 4 low-power cores. There is a 5-core GPU in the Pro model, while the regular model gets a 4-core GPU. Now, because the battery is actually physically bigger in the phones, the new iPhones are a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier than what you might be used to. Apple has been touting its new ceramic shield, which supposedly helps with the durability of the phone. The iPhone is still IP68 rated and still has the same waterproofing that we are used to. Now, all the iPhones start at 128 gigs, and the iPhone 13 is priced at $799, while the 13 Pro is priced at $999, and for an extra $100 at $1099 you can have the Pro Max. Now, the question on your mind might be, should you go out and buy the new iPhone 13 or 13 Pro? Well, for myself, I still have an iPhone 10, and so I consider it to be a pretty decent upgrade, and I will be getting this new phone. I'm especially excited about the new 120Hz display. If you are coming from the iPhone 11 or 12, especially the Pro versions of these models, then it is going to be, frankly, an incremental upgrade, and still it might be worth it for you if you're sending some specific features you are looking for. But in those cases, it is really going to depend from person to person whether the upgrade is worthwhile. So that's it, guys. This was just a quick recap to get you guys all caught up on what's happening with the latest iPhones. It's an exciting time. We have lots of new tech coming out in the coming weeks, and I hope to be covering it soon. Peace.